Hey guys, what's up? Yamaha here with SIMPLEKEYZ. Welcome back to another video. In this lesson, I'm going to be teaching you guys the 2-5-1 chord progression. This is a very popular progression, mainly used to end a lot of songs. I'm going to break down this movement for you and show you a few ways to spice it up. So let's get right into it. So we are in the key of C major for this. Always the easiest key because it's the only key that has white notes, okay? So if you want to learn how to play in all 12 keys, I do have a guide that you can download over at the site. I'll walk you through all the 12 major and minor keys. And if you also want to learn how I'm able to play a lot of these movements, play a lot of songs within a couple of minutes, I do have a program called Master the Piano where I broke down the entire music learning process from scratch. That took me from playing classical music to learning how to play music mostly by ear now. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, I'll have that link down in the description. We go over the fundamentals, chords, progressions, and how to break down songs. So go ahead and check that out. And if you also want to take your playing to the next level and you want to learn how to apply this in songs, I highly recommend joining the SIMPLEKEYZ lab. It's going to be the best place to take your playing to the next level. You're going to get access to a whole library of songs, which is also going to help you develop your ear and your ability to pick up a lot of these songs within a few minutes. So go ahead and check that out as well. Now let's get right into it. So now if you want to learn where the 2-5-1 chord progression comes from, you have to understand the major scales, which is why I say it's important to master all 12 keys. And right now we're in the key of C major. And the best way to understand the 2-5-1 chord progression is that you also have to understand the number system. So every major scale has 7 unique degrees. And then all we're going to do is number each tone of the scale. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that will bring us back to the top. All right. Now we have something called diatonic chords. And diatonic just simply means chords that come from the scale or chords of the scale. So let's just say I'm playing the key of C major. A chord, if I can simplify it for you, is playing every other tone of the scale. And this is without going too deep into the theory and all the good stuff. So C, E, G, skipping every other note. If I take this exact same shape up the scale, we're playing the key of C major. This is what we call diatonic chords. So this would be now our 1 chord, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and always following the lowest note, right? So if I'm playing it this way, this would make it our 1 chord, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So those are the basic diatonic chords. Now, if you want to take it a step further, you want to learn how to play progressions. Okay. So right now we've learned the scale, which is like the fundamentals. We've learned chords or the basic chords. And then we want to learn how to put these into progressions, which is what the 2-5-1 chord progression is. So the easiest way to understand this is play the second tone chord, which is a 2, play the 5th tone chord, and 1. Okay, that's what we call a 2-5-1 progression. And you hear this used a lot to end a lot of traditional songs. So what I always like to do is use the basic songs that we all know. So nursery rhymes, let's say Twinkle Twinkle. At the end, How I Wonder What You Are. That's a 2-5-1 chord progression. Or if you are listening to the ABC song, Next Time Won't You Sing With Me? Or, and if you play Old MacDonald, the E-I-E-I-O part. So, and that's the ending. So that's what we call a 2-5-1 chord progression. It's your traditional way to end a song. Now, as you become more well-versed and more advanced, there are different ways you can do it. You can spice it up. You can go, or you can go, okay? But the basic idea is the same, 2-5-1, okay? So the 2-5-1 chord progression can be used in any key. If I'm in the key of D flat major, if I'm in the key of D major, E flat major. All right, that's what we call 2-5-1 progression. But to keep it simple again, we're just going to do this in C major. So the 2 would be our D, and then G major, and then C major. Now to take it a step further, what I'm going to show you now is how to extend some of these chords so they sound a little bit jazzy, and you can actually use this in your playing. So let's just say we're going to play the 2-5-1 in C. What I'm going to show you now is how to extend some of these chords so you can play 7ths instead of just like your major triads or minor triads. So an easy way to do this is you're going to play the bass tone, which is like a D here. Right hand's going to play an F major chord, so F, A, C. All right. Then the left hand is going to move to a G. Right hand can stay the same, still on that F major chord. And then resolve to a C major chord. So C, E, G, C. So that's like a basic way of playing it. D minor 7. Keep your right hand the same, which is like a F major chord over G, and C major. Okay? Now to jazz it up a little bit, what I'm gonna do is play an F major 7 now in my right hand. You're gonna play D octave. Then your right hand, you can also just drop this finger down to this, which makes it a dominant chord, which is like a G13 chord. Then bring it down to playing an E minor 7 here with a C bass. So E, G, B, D. Okay? So one more time. 2, 5, 1. So that's like a jazzy way of playing it. So we went from, and by just playing this, makes it sound a lot richer. Okay, I'm gonna show you one more and we're gonna end this here. So it's gonna go like this. So this is almost outside the key. It's almost like a shortcut. So instead of going with a 2, 5, 1, the end goal is to end up at the first tone, which is the 1. So now instead of going to 5, 1 in our left hand, we're just gonna go down chromatically, which is 2, flat 2, then 1. Okay, the feel is the same. Theoretically, it's not a 2, 5, 1, but feel wise, it feels the same because we're resolving back to that 1. So this is outside the key. So this is another cool movement that you can use. So you play D minor 7, and you play D flat major 7, which is totally outside the key. Then resolve to that C major 7. All right, D minor 7, D flat major 7, C major 7. So we're gonna end this here. So that's the 2-5-1 chord progression. So once you understand your scales, understand diatonic chords, and understand how to play the 2-5-1 chord progression, you can spice it up and play it in any key. So I hope you found this helpful. Let me know if you like this. Leave your feedback in the comment section below. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. I'll take care.